so good to be out of that marina, but unfortunately we are heading into another marina. We have batteries to pick up. We are upgrading our electrical system to lithium, and so we need to pick up the batteries, install them, and also pick up some other gear that we have in storage. But the boom has been fixed now, so we can actually sail this boat and open her up a little bit and see how fast she actually travels, see how she performs, because we haven't really had that opportunity yet. So we're just getting the boat ready. Tomorrow morning, first thing, we're out of here. We're sailing down to Pangkor Marina, and I think we're going to be flying down there, to be honest. Can't wait. Yep.
Beats against this cage of bone. I wonder if it'll ever free my soul.
Oh, I'll just quickly pick up the anchor this morning and get going. 100 buckets of water, and 30 minutes later, anchor's up and washed. Now we can get going. Good morning. After a couple of hours of motoring this morning, the skies are starting to sort of clear up. We had a really big squall storm sort of thing at 4 AM that lasted till like 5, 6-ish, and so it just sort of really stirred everything up. And when the sun came up, it was still quite grey and gloomy, and as we've come out away from the islands, yeah, we had a little bit of light rain and stuff, but it's really sort of clearing up now as we're motoring along. That wind's starting to pick up a bit more out of the west. It is forecast to be sort of like light winds out of the west-northwest, which is sort of on our beam, or the back quarter. Love it on the back quarter. You know, sun's sort of coming out, things are looking a bit more settled. We had a lot of swirly wind with like localised sort of systems with squalls and stuff this morning, but now, sun's out, guns out. Let's test out this big old mainsail again. If you can remember on our sail down from Thailand to Langkawi, one of the reasons why we did go into the marina there in Langkawi was to fix the boom vang that we ripped out of the mast. And I've since replaced everything that's riveted through the whole boom, which turns out all those blocks that run the main sheet as well, they all sort of, all those rivets were looking pretty toast as well. So now that we've changed all them out, everything's super solid again. Let's do some more sailing, let's test her out again. 4 knots. 4.5. Wind is 7 knots, 60 degrees. We're doing 4.2. Sick. Pretty much the fastest boat on the ocean. Oh, I love this thing. Oh, I love this boat. It's good to have a full mainsail again. My gosh, there's so much sail area. You get it? Oh, there's a bit of sail up. There's a bit of sail up. Oh, we're scooting. Yeah, I'm definitely pulling that head sail out. Might just chuck the running stay on. 3 sails, why wouldn't you? It's at 5.5 knots in, what, 9 knots of wind. Boat's a bit of 5.5. Mate, let's just send it, eh?
Send it, fully send it.
There you go. Let's go Nandji too.
Full tilt,
yeah,
let's go.
Yeah, baby.
So we've got 9.5, 9.6 knots of wind. We're doing 6 knots, 6.1, 6.2.
Yeah, that staysail is so teeny when it's up. Fits the boat perfectly. I can see why that's a good storm sail. Oh, she looks good. So sexy. it's just such a different feeling. It's just such a different feeling of sailing. So smooth, so fast, doing like over half of the wind speed in boat speed. That's just next level. It's unheard of on OG Nandji. 8, 9 knots, 60 degrees, and we're doing 5 knots, 5.5. Oh, that's so bad. What have you done? After all these years of sailing, I think right now we are finally living the dream, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my god, this is majestic. Definitely an orca, Nandji too. You are apex as f.
Full sail, full steam ahead. Yay! Wow. Woo! We've got really light winds today, and we're a bit nervous about, because it is a heavier boat, how is it going to handle in light winds? And it's only when we're doing 8 to 9 knots, it's doing 6.5 knots at the moment. I'm just thinking, like, imagine if we got the spinnaker up. I feel like we're going to be going at the same speed as the wind, It's not a light boat, it's a heavy boat, and it's a round the world cruiser, and it sails really well as well. So I'm so happy. It's just like,
where's that froth? This thing is insane! We weigh 16 tons. We do have a whole lot of sail area.
Full main, full head sail and stay sail as well. So we have 3 sails, full rig.
Full rig, full tilt. Send it, Layla.
Yeah.
Send it, yeah. Woohoo.
It's a kind of boat. It's this thing, and it goes shotgun. This kind. Yeah, I can catfish. Yeah, I can catfish.
Yeah.
I can catfish. Oh my! I can catfish.
Yeah, you catch fish. Yeah. Pretty cruisy and fun day. We're having that nice big long sail. We probably had the sails up for a good 6 hours. We decided now that we're just going to stop in at the birthplace of Tululame. Not actually on the island, but we're just at the bottom islands, at the southern islands of Penang, and we just might stop over for the night. Done a good 65 miles, so might as well just hang out for the night. Don't need to go overnight. To get into Pangkor Marina tomorrow, we can only enter after 2 o'clock for the tides, because you need to cross a bar saw to get in there, which is quite shallow. And we draw 2 meters these days, so we definitely have to pay attention to the tides. Yeah, but we'll just pull up, hopefully anchor in behind this island, It's out of the westerly. We're sort of getting out of the current and the waves now. So there's a fishing boat in there, which is always a good sign. So hopefully it is smooth and rolly. Otherwise we're going to have to go another 4 miles back up towards Penang under the channel. But we'll see what this little island has to offer. Our fishing boat looks alright.
We had dinner tonight. I made chicken kebab burgers for Yosh and Tallulah, and I had veggie patty burgers. I've just had to put all the cameras and stuff on charge. Tallulah's had a bath, they're in bed, and I'm going to do a workout, and then I'm going to come back and clean all this up, because I might not do a workout, but I know I'll do this. So I'm going to do the workout first, and then we'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.
Like this little island was the place to be last night. Once again we had another pretty big squalls through the night, 3 AM to 6 AM, so that was one reason why we didn't want to go overnight. It's just because it's that time of year. Basically every night it's going to be squally and stormy. I just didn't really feel like dealing with that. But all the fishermen have come in and hit away. Old mate's legs are up on his esky. You ain't got a lot of shelter there, buddy. We're up and at 'em. Let's get this anchor up and start making some miles. Got another 65 to do today, and then we'll be in Pangkor.
Sort of picked up, you know, we got a full main and actually put a little bit of a tuck in the head sail because it's gusting. We're about doing like 12-15 knots, but it's gusting to 20, and we really feel the power in the rudder. It's like, whew. And the autopilot isn't really holding it, so I'm gonna have to play around with the settings a bit more. I was actually playing with them just now, but also because it's sort of sailing, we're sailing pretty hardcore right now, doing 7-8 knots. Full main in Genoa and 15 knots, so it's just good to get a good feel for the boat and how she goes. But it's definitely a bit of a, definitely works out the guns. It's a big rudder we're turning, heavy boat. You can really feel the forces, that's for sure. Trying to furl in the head sail. When we run the reefing lines on the main, it's definitely going to be an experience reefing for the first time. But yeah, we just sort of heel over a bit. Definitely handles the wind. She just sort of heels a little bit and we just go faster. Just gets to a certain point and we just go fast.
Bubble for the fishy.
Oh yeah, Nandji too, definitely apex predator, killer whale for sure. These couple of fishing boats, they've been on the horizon, you know, we've been chasing them down, and as we've got close to them, they saw Nandji too coming. They picked up anchor. They're high halting and trying their hardest to get away from us, but we're sailing at 7 to 8 knots and they motored less than that. Look out, killer whale coming through. Well, we've been sailing to windward or like wind forward of the beam all day. Wind's been 12 to 15 knots sort of deal, and we're sailing at 7 to 8 knots. Having a hell time. For the whole time I've just been thinking, man, can't wait to see what she does if the wind just goes on our back quarter there. Love it on the back quarter. Sure enough, Josh's wishes are coming true. That wind's swinging around sort of nearly, it's between 90 and 120 now. So I got a bit of an ease of the sails.
Yeah, we're sitting at 8 knots.
Got the boom out, yeah, and we're just comfortably sitting on 8 now, whereas we were fluctuating a bit before doing 7, 7.5.
Sorry, I get bumper.
Yeah. But now, yeah, wind at 120 degrees, 13, 14 knots, sailing at 8. And we've got a reefed heady. I reckon we might need to rip that heady out, Josh.
I've just had the wind on the beam about 11, 12 knots and we're doing 8 to 9 knots, like high end of 8 knots into 9 knots, yeah.
Beast.
So, yeah, I'm very impressed, you know. I feel like we got the best of a few different worlds. We got like the heavy displacement and then she also sails well as well, so imagine this across an ocean, she's going to clock up some miles for sure.
Sitting on the 9s. 9 Club!
Yeah.
9 Club!
9 Club!
Is that another fishing boat getting out our way? Pangkor Marina, sailing yacht Nandji 2, copy.
I've just arrived. I've been waiting for someone to take me away, far away.
I'll take my time, dear, just to keep you around here. Know what they say, you can't keep the clouds away.